As I told you on Monday, the Victorian Liberals this week made the craziest promise. If they win the state election this year, they're going to cut emissions by 50% by 2030, just 8 years from now. That target is even higher than federal Labor's, even higher. And that one's mad enough. And this in a state that is so short of electricity already, that yesterday was so short of gas that the market operator had to ban gas companies from selling gas into New South Wales. The lights, the heating might have gone off in Victoria. Now, just about every host here on what's called Sky After Dark, Booga Booga Booga, said that this was terrible, including me. I said it was terrible. It was a sellout. The Liberals just surrendering to the green agenda rather than dare fight for reason. Well, Liberal leader Matthew Guy has now lashed out at us.
The New South Wales Liberal Party set the same target, and it's kind of not much a big deal. They just get on with business. The Victorian Liberal Party sets it. Seems to trigger a whole bunch of people on Sky TV.
Joining me is Sophie Elsworth, media writer for the Australian newspaper. Sophie, you brought my attention to this. I'm grateful for the shout out I got from Matthew Guy there, or that we got collectively. But is it smart for a Liberal leader to first adopt a green agenda on global warming, tougher even than Labor's, and then attack Conservatives on Sky News for pointing out this sellout?
Well, Andrew, I was quite surprised when I heard Matthew's comments on Tom Elliott's show on 3AW that he actually lashed out at Sky TV and said it was triggering hosts here. I'd perhaps advise the Liberal Party to look at the Facebook comments across many of their accounts where their Conservative voters are absolutely disgusted with this policy. And I think that if they're not careful, the Victorian Liberal Party will end up like Western Australia, Andrew, where they only need a tennis court, 2 rackets and a couple of tennis balls to play a singles match, because they'll end up with 2 MPs like Western Australia has the way they're going. They are not listening to their voters. They are not listening to people's concerns. And they've almost adopted the attitude, if we can't beat Labor, we may as well join them. So they've adopted these green policies, and I think this will be really damaging, but it's very unwise for him to be smashing out at the media in the months leading up to election, in my view.
Well, I think it's like a Turnbull strategy where you lash out at the one TV station that does have Conservative hosts on its main programs in a way that I haven't heard him lash out at, the far left Guardian or the ABC. I just think that's most unwise and may well end up doing as well for him as it did for Malcolm Turnbull.